Hello and welcome to Chanchal's World. In my previous video, I had asked you to practice a set of single lines and a set of double lines to make sure your hand and wrists are smooth enough to make confident strokes in your first try. So in this video, I will be showing you how to make different borders in Madhubani art. The reason why I have dedicated this one whole video for borders is because borders play an important role in Madhubani art. Well, if your subject is a very small and simple subject like a flower or a tree or something very simple, then you can make the borders quite heavy and complicated so that you can make the entire picture look absolutely wonderful. In Madhubani art, it is not the subject that basically can get the attention. The borders can also be made so heavy that the subject along with the borders look absolutely stunning. Another reason why I'm starting to teach from the borders rather than keeping it to the last is because borders can be made very simple to complicated. So I thought of starting from simple lines which are easy to do, which is easy to understand, so that if at all there are a few people who doesn't have that confidence to go in for curvy or more creative writings or creative drawings, they can try these simple basic steps and then gradually they can improve onto becoming an absolutely stunning artist. So let's begin with a very simple border. First of all, we need to draw two lines showing the border. As I have said earlier, double lines play an absolutely important role in Madhubani art. So even for the borders, the main lines should have double lines. Now I will draw triangles. Now this border can be made into different types, like you can put these triangles into different colors as you wish to, or you can, draw lines. As of now, I will show by drawing patterns without using colors. This is one border which you can do. As you can see, it is very simple. It is made from slanting lines and triangles, but if you do it together as a border for a picture, how beautiful it would look. Now I will draw the same design using colors and patterns as a combination. The colors I've used here are brush pens. These are art marker brush pens from Ohu. You can actually use any brush pens. You can use these brush pen sets from the Cameline, or you can absolutely use watercolors, acrylic colors, as I have said in my first video. The medium in which you want to color is absolutely your choice. As for the convenience sake of it, I am using brush pens so that it is easier for me to understand how it will look in colors. So the next picture, why don't we make it a little more complicated, not complicated, a little more onto the next level, using more curved lines. So this is another sort of border that you can do. Now let me show you another border with only patterns and no colors. When you use only patterns, I will definitely recommend you to use a thinner nib to do patterns, because that will make it look stand out and you can do intricate details into it. As of now, you can leave these spaces empty, but I would want to fill it with patterns, because I usually do Madhubani art leaving no space empty, because I like Madhubani art to be completely filled with patterns and colors, because that will absolutely make it stand out. So now you can see how beautiful this particular picture looks with patterns made with simple, like a thinner pen, and how the patterns look different from the main drawings. Now continuing on to the next border. Again, you can absolutely color these diamonds into different colors and these triangles into different colors. That is absolutely your choice. I will show you how to do a combination of patterns and a opaque black color. This is how it looks beautiful with a pattern and a black combination of borders. Now let me show you another one with only patterns, and why don't we make it with fish scales. This is how to do a fish scale border. I will show you another border which shows only the fish scale, and I think this border is more meant for subjects where you draw a fish or something related to water. These are examples of very simple borders that you can do. You can absolutely try your own imagination. You can make this a combination of patterns. You can substitute patterns for this. You can substitute a different pattern or a color for this. You can absolutely use what all geometrical figures you know or straight lines you know and combine it with anything you wish to. So let me show you a little more different kind of borders, and slowly, gradually, we will go from very simple to complicated borders. Over here, I'm drawing a leaf border. You can definitely leave it here, color it, or use patterns over here, but I'm going to do a combination of pattern and colors. As you can see, I have made the patterns of the leaves. I'm going to fill in the the other spaces in between. You can absolutely leave it or fill it with colors, but I'm someone who actually don't like leaving the spaces in Madhubani Art blank, so I'm going to fill it with patterns. As you can see how beautiful it looks with a combination of patterns and colors. So my point here is that you can combine colors and patterns. You can combine, different kind of patterns. You can only keep patterns. You can only keep colors. The only thing is that Madhubani Art shouldn't have a free space, because the more colors and patterns you fill it with, the more attractive Madhubani Art will be. And even though you just need one pen to basically draw Madhubani Art, actually, if you want to bring a spark to your painting, or you want it to basically stand out, I would definitely recommend you these combinations of pen where you can use different nibs for different patterns. The thinner the nib, the intricate or detailing that you could do, and make sure every pattern is crystal clear. So altogether it will look definitely very beautiful. So now let's go in with a little more complicated borders. This is another combination. The reason why I showed you is I wanted to show you the combination of different patterns. So basically for this one also, you can do these, like petal-like figures or these M-like figures around this diamond, and then do that. Absolutely, you can alter and combine the patterns you want to as you wish. Now I will show you another simple pattern which will look beautiful together, but yet it's very simple. This is another type of border which is absolutely simple. As you can see in these areas, I left any place non-patterned or blank, but in this one I have left. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the choice is absolutely yours. The more you fill the gaps with patterns, the better it looks, but it again is your choice. If at all you have to leave a little place here and there to make it look distinctively unique. So I will show you another border which is also simple but looks very complicated. So with the straight lines, let me show you a double, like border. So as you can see, this is a double border where you can make it more thicker. You can actually make more layers like this, the thicker you want the border to be. Always make sure when you make the border, plan for the whole thing, because as thick the border becomes, the space for your subject becomes less. But of course, there are paintings where the subject is very small and the border actually takes a huge part of the frame. So if at all you want something like that, you can double these like patterns, or double any of these patterns and then make it into a thicker border. I will show you one more simple border, and then we will get into more subject oriented or more complicated borders. So this is another type of border which you can absolutely try. The reason why I showed you this is that I saw this border in one of the Madhubani art long ago and I really loved it. What I really liked is that it is a normal diamond. So just instead of filling it like how I did over here or with any single pattern, they did a cross and then drew pattern according to what they felt was the major direction, that particular corner, that particular small triangle they wanted to be, and then filled it with different directions of lines. So altogether it gave a very aesthetic look. So I wanted to show you that as well. So these are a list of simple or examples of a simple border you can do in Madhubani art. These are just examples to teach you what all combinations you can do. Even though when I say you can do any combination, you can draw anything as your borders, it is difficult for people to basically come out with things. So I truly hope that these examples will give you a better idea, better picture, and then you can come out with something new. So next I will show you a list or an example of complicated or more subject oriented or more complex sort of borders which needs more time, more concentration and more detailing.